I can't wait for him to yell about the owl.
Yeah.
Who touched the owl?
Wait, I need to pull up.
I can't believe that. Okay, so like, I don't know. There's a whole world of like women's shit that I don't know about.
Yes, there is.
And no, I wouldn't even say not just me, but like, if you're not on TikTok, you lose out on so much shit. Like Marissa today was telling me like what alien pretty is and like bunny pretty and
Wait, okay, I've never heard of what that.
That's like when there's. I know the one where men are either rats or frogs.
Well, she said the person on Fallout, the main character, the girl.
Yeah.
Huh?
Is alien.
That, but also frog pretty, which is very odd
I
to me.
see it. I see it.
Yeah, this is a whole.
But I know.
This is just like a very odd concept. Like, what are we doing?
Her eyes are big. She's got very big eyes. Have you noticed her eyes?
They're not like that big.
They are.
She's weird looking, but it like.
She's beautiful, but
This is just. It's.
she's alien.
What are we doing though?
What are you?
I don't know.
We need Marissa here.
I like, but I've never seen one for men.
Yeah, is there one for men? It's frogs or rats.
Frogs and rats. Yeah.
I think you would be rat.
I don't think so either. No, I don't think so at all.
Wait, I don't think I know. I don't think I have.
I'm not a frog either.
I don't think you look like. I think you look more like a rat than a frog. In this.
I don't think I.
Okay, wait.
look
What am
like
I? Am I alien or am I bunny?
I don't know.
Is that what it is?
I don't
I think
know
bunny.
I don't know the pictures of them that well. This is a new concept.
Think of like a cartoon.
Well, no, I understand that, but like I don't have them like I would need.
See, look, rat. They're like Timothy Chalamet. Clearly, rat.
Rat. I see it.
I get that. Yeah.
I see that. I think you would be rat over.
Is it just rat and frog? Like, what are we doing? That's it.
I think as of right now, those are the only two that have been.
What about like bear?
categorized.
What about bear? That's
different.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. This is like I said, there's a whole thing that like
Well, okay, yeah, I would.
this seems like a very female like thing
You
to
would
waste
be-
their time on.
You would be bear, but if there is a bear, I was
We
only
can
going
create a
off
bear. Me and John would
rat.
be bear pretty or whatever is what they call it, you know. But
Should we start this?
yeah, sure, we can start. This probably already been started, but let's just roll into it. Oh man. Jeez, I feel like there are so many things that, and luckily I think they're good things that I miss out on from TikTok, like that. What was the one we were talking about before? The ship thing.
But that's not even a TikTok thing. That's just
Nah.
that's not even a TikTok thing. That's just like you ship it.
I don't know. I've never heard of these
You ship
things.
the
I either
relationship.
live under a rock or like I just don't.
You do.
No, I think there's things that like I care about so little things like the social media stuff. Like I'm just
my
not.
name's Christian. I'm a cool guy.
I am a cool guy.
I don't care about
But,
those
like,
things.
I don't know. I've just like
That's what
I've detached myself from a lot of that.
you're giving.
just
Pick
not-
me. You're giving pick me energy.
What is-
That's
what is-
another
what is
TikTok
pick
thing.
me exactly. It's like what is this?
That's another TikTok.
It's
thing.
not real though. Like
no.
That's why I just don't like play into like the frog pretty the what was the other one? Alien. Marissa said there's like a bunny pretty, there's an angel pretty. Like I just
think
don't,
I would be bunny pretty.
I'd have to see them. I don't know the categories as well as some people might.
TikTok categories of
But
pretty.
Here we are in 2026, just cruising along. You know, it's cold as hell outside, but you know we're in a new year, some new goals, and
New year, new me.
just pushing through. I feel like the holiday season was pretty hectic. Like this go around. Like
Yeah.
typically it's I don't say pretty relaxed for me, but like this year it just seemed insane. Like
I would second that. I feel like especially the week before Christmas, I was just running around. Like I wasn't in the office much. I didn't do much work, but I wasn't home. I don't know what I was doing, but I was doing stuff.
I didn't wrap presents until literally Christmas Eve at like 8 p.m.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't know, I think probably just moving and unpacking, but organizing and doing things to the house and like working and all this just combining was a lot. And I talked to Mike and we were just like, now that it's over, I feel like I can like kind of breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, it just felt like so much.
I feel like I can kind of like
a little,
take a
a
breath
little.
almost.
Anyways, you know, Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you had a great holiday season. Welcome back to Baltimore. Well, not two Baltimorons, the Baltimorons. It's been so long since I've been on the podcast, since we've recorded some, because Liv was out traveling a little bit and we pre-record some of these, and man, this feels like, I don't know, I don't want to say foreign, but like I'm rusty.
This is the first time since I've been on the podcast since me, you, and Donnell,
Marissa. Yeah.
Since
yeah.
that last time.
Yeah. Well, what's been going on since then? Anything new that the people should know, or like anything going on with your life and going into the new year? What's going on?
I mean, there's a lot of big things going on. Kind of had some little ideas of going back to school, so just kind of working through those ideas and kind of letting my life expand around real estate. If that makes sense, because I feel like for so long my life has just been strictly real estate all day, every day, and it's kind of nice to almost kind of turn gears, but not really, because I'm still doing real estate. I'm still going to be doing it. Yeah. But just incorporating something else, sort of.
I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. It's funny how you had like the thoughts of going back to school, but then now you're working on a listing. Yeah. I just thought it was funny, the timing of it all, you know. Yeah. But it's cool to see, you know. I think that property will turn out great, and I think it's in a great location, and crush it. You know,
I'm very excited for that listing coming up. I actually this Wednesday have a meeting with some of the contractors to just walk through and get a little estimate. Yeah. That'd be cool. Like floor paint, like when you're doing these like small little like projects to get a property ready for the market, I think those things go a long way. And then like for me, when I've many of you know I purchased a house recently, but I've been changing like doorknobs, hardware for those things, including the hinges, the strikers that are on the door. He basically threw a door at me.
I did not.
Yesterday.
She just wasn't paying attention.
She was changing the door hinges.
And she's like off in her own world, and just like I unhook it from the actual wall, and what the fuck do you think it's gonna do? It's gonna fall off the wall.
I know. I'm blaming you because you were trying to get the hinge off the door, and then when you did it like moved the door, and that's when the door went.
Because it's not even connected to the wall anymore. Like there's like you take the door hinge and then you separate it from the wall and you separate it from the door. Where's it gonna go?
He threw a door at me, basically.
I mean, did not, for the record. I'd argue that you dropped the door on yourself, to be quite honest with you, because your job was to hold it.
I was.
You didn't hold it well enough.
I was holding it in the spot that I was told to hold it.
This is basically the home renovation equivalent of you're scrolling on TikTok or something and you drop the phone on your face. It's all you.
All right. Checkmate. I don't like that.
Checkmate. I mean, that's how you know I've won. I'm right.
All right. But, moving on to the next.
Well, no, talking about like some home renovations, like some of these small things like door hinges, hardware, handles. I mean, I've been updating the outlets in my house. I just have these not small, they're just normal outlets, just old, I'd say.
Yeah, very
ivory. I was undoing one yesterday. It was cracked.
That ivory is like would you say 90s or 80s? Like that was their white. I think the house was built
probably in the 80s.
I feel like that was the white back then.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I've been replacing a lot of these outlets, making them more modern. Actually, something that we've both come to discover, if you're doing home renovations or any sort of like contracting work, Home Depot is what you need. Lowe's is what you want. Mm-hmm. And I'll give a prime example, because when I've been working on these outlets, my outlets, I think they're called Leviton or Levitron or something like that. Very nice, square, modern outlets. Of course, we have the round ones here.
Okay, question. I can't remember. Do they have the little switch thing, or is it like almost like the
Well, so that's the light switch. I'm talking just about the outlets itself.
Oh.
So you have like circle outlets like this that have like the 3-prong. Mine, the base of it is square, so that outlet face is like square. It's just modern. No, so those are circle on the wall there. Yeah, but the cover is square, like the plate is square. I'm talking about the actual outlet. It's not circle. It's
the whole thing with the little prongs that go into it, right?
Yeah, those are circle though.
Oh, well.
Mine's one big like rectangular square. Oh. So
I see now.
Where was I going with this?
You're doing the Home Depot.
The Home Depot Lowe's thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Home Depot with our team leader, Mike, and he was like, oh, these like Levitron or Leviton things, like these are much more modern. They're tamper proof. Like you can get these or you can get the ones that aren't tamper proof. So I went with the tamper proof ones and then just got some normal square, unbreakable, I think they're nylon cover plates on them. Then this weekend we go to Lowe's to look at some other stuff, and I'm going through the electrical switch aisle, if you will, and most cover plates on an outlet have a screw and you can see it and it's painted. So like if you ever hit the screw with like when you're installing it with a screwdriver or like you're putting too much pressure on it, the paint can chip off of that screw. And then also they're unbreakable. So at some point you can kind of like dent it and it'll hold the dent with that screw in it. So it doesn't look completely flush. We found some outlet covers that literally clip onto the cover with the screw. So it's screwless and it looks very, very clean. I'm looking back now. I'm like, damn, yeah, that is what I want.
Yeah.
Or sorry, that is what I said. Home Depot is what you
Home Depot is what you need.
Lowe's is what you want. Yes, that is what I want. Those, and I'm like, if I could just return it, but I've already put in like, I don't know how many outlets. I've probably done 20 at the very
So
at the very
basically,
least.
you're an electrician.
Kinda, and then we installed the Tesla charger in my house, but like.
Yeah, you're an electrician.
Yeah, but my point. Doing some of these small things can really help improve your home. Like you get all matching hardware, all new outlets. Like it'll go a long way, and this stuff does add up over time. So like I've probably spent, I don't know, maybe $300-400 on door handles and like hinges alone, and then the outlets and stuff probably $200. But that's gonna be for the entire house, and it'll be done. It'll look great, but. That small investment can have a much bigger impact than people realize.
Well, my thing is just how big of a difference. Like I'm looking at the light switch we have here and I'm seeing the screws. I can see it. This is probably like 10 feet away
there's
from me.
There's one right there too.
But yeah, there's another one right there. You can see the screws. It's just wild that how much of a difference the ones that Lowe's made versus like these are the generic ones at Home Depot. Yeah. It's just, I don't know.
And there's no right or wrong either.
No,
it's like what gets the job done and what you personally go for.
Prefer,
yeah. And
it just makes like such a big difference. I feel like when you change those things when they've been like 40 something years old versus, these are newer, these look good or they're nice.
Yeah. It is very impactful on a home and kind of the feel it'll have you walk through when you see all those matching things, you see all those little things that are updated. So I'm just working at chipping away things here 2026. Like at some point I need to paint. I want to buy a sander and resand some of the shitty patch jobs on the house. And also people, when you're hiring a painter, hire a good one. Don't go the cheap route and paint over your door hinges and all that. It's God, it's been a pain to deal
outlets,
with.
The switches.
Yeah. Quite literally everything. I had a landlord special on it, so just tearing it apart. But it's something that we have here on our blog today is like talking about how much money should people have saved to buy a house in Maryland? And I talked about it on the live or the recording that we're going to be putting on Mike's Facebook page. But I mean, what would you say about, how much money should someone have saved? Or like, what are your thoughts on that in general?
I think one thing that I think is one of the biggest things is a lot of buyers don't realize you don't need thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Like it's very possible to purchase a home without putting $40,000 down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like that goes. Not a lot of people know that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like I don't know. I don't want to put words into people's mouths, but it's like maybe the fear of the unknown, or like they are sold on this image of what buying a house looks like, and they neglect some other opportunity. Because there's been people that we've helped over the years get anywhere from like $30,000 to, as little as money as you could get, but like $30,000 or $20,000 or $10,000. Like I can name Maryland Mortgage Program is one of the primary programs here in Maryland, and I think they'll give you anywhere from like, I want to say it's between 3 and 6% on a house. I want to say it's up towards 4 or 5. Maybe it goes up to 6. I have to double check with our partner lender Ryan, but think about this: if let's just say it's 4% on a $400,000 home. 4, 8, 12, you're getting $16,000.
Yeah.
And that'll cover most of your down payment, if not all of it. And then you can go try and source some of the closing costs from the seller. So like, why are people not doing that? And they think they need to save up 16 plus another 16 for closing, when the case is like, you don't have to do that. We were just on our fast forward movement call, and they were talking about, trying to at least just get the skin in the game, right? Like, you don't need to buy this like $1 million property or your forever home right away. Just kind of get into it. And I will say, like, if you want it, you can make it happen, right? And like, I purchased a home this year. It's been the most freeing and rewarding thing that I've done probably up until this point. And I don't know, like, a lot of the excuses buyer have now, I'm like, why are we making that excuse? Like, I just purchased a home. Like, why not you? Like it's rarely ever because of, I'd say, an actual real estate concern. More likely, it's probably some outlying cause. But the biggest myth, you don't need 20% to buy a home. Like, you don't need 20% down.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, a lot of people, I feel like, kind of assume that you need the 20% down. I think when our parents were buying homes, that was the kind of like general rule of thumb.
Yeah, it's such a different world we live in.
Well, exactly, and I mean, you need 3 to 5% for, what is that? Yeah, 3 to 5% for conventional, 3 to 3.5 for FHA,
but
0 if you're
something
VA.
That, like, here's where, like, working with a trusted professional and like understanding all your options truly comes into play. So like, I purchased my house. I can afford the mortgage. Do I want to pay as much as I am? Realistically, no. I'd love it for it to be lower. But there's some places that I can prove my property as to where I can get to 20% equity quicker than just forking up 20% down on a home. So like, I put 5% down on my house. I'm trying to get to again 20%. So I'm going to turn the downstairs basement bathroom into a full bathroom, not a half. I'm going to try and finish the laundry room as much as I can. So now it's finished square footage in the appraiser's eyes. And now I want to put a fence in the backyard, which is also going to add value in appraiser's eyes. I already have a deck and things. So like, if you're looking at what you can do to mitigate that even over the long term, why not improve the value of the home instead of just putting money down on it? If you purchase it at a price, put the money in, that an appraiser is going to assign an actual value to increase your property value, you could get to 20% equity quicker and improve your home, refinance, and now their private mortgage insurance is off and all these other things, rather than putting that lump sum down right off the jump. Does that like make sense?
Yeah.
I know it can be a lot. Like, I feel like sometimes when I'm talking with clients, I like go off on like a little run like that.
No, that was,
and I just make sure that they kind of,
that makes a lot of sense, and
they grasped it.
You.
Yeah, so like, I don't know. It's certainly not going to be like, I'm not going to have all that stuff done within a year, maybe 2 years, right? But like, now I'm in the market, I'm working towards bettering my position, and yes, I can get a cheaper mortgage at the end of the day, or I could have bought a cheaper home. But if I can do these improvements, increase the value, and then refinance and have 20% equity within a reasonable time frame, like, I'm going to jump on that opportunity all day. And so like, again, people listening, you can do the same. Like, whatever it is that you want, whether it's 250, a $500,000 house, $1 million house, like, we can figure it out. We can come up with a plan, right? But you can't neglect the opportunity that's out there. I think you have to be open to all these things. Like, again, when I'm learning how to do electrical work, I'm talking with Mike's brother. We're downstairs in the basement because I need more space for my breakers. He's like, all right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to work on this electrical panel, but I need you to go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get this 1515 two-polar switch breaker, or you could do 2020. And I'm sitting there like, okay, great. But then I ask a question, I'm like, okay, well, why would I get 1515 or why would I get 2020? Like, he's like, you could do either. It doesn't really matter. I was like, well, is there an advantage having one or the other down the line if I were to like upgrade something in the house or do this in the house? He's like, in theory, like 2020 could be a little bit better, but really not by much. You're not really going to, like, you're not going to see any significant changes or anything like that. So it's like more like just understanding and learning more about the opportunity, not being stuck in the way of like, just, hey, 1515 is what I'm at, or this is what I want to do. Like, let's learn about these other opportunities, because if it results in the same goal, why do I care?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I liked the result in the same opportunities kind of thing.
Yeah. And so like, again, I think a lot of people had this idea of buying a home, and maybe there's some challenges, whether it be money or what have you. But if we can still get you into the house, no matter which path we take, and it results in that same end goal, same out of pocket, same monthly payment, same area, all this, why does it matter like which direction we actually go?
I think a big thing is that a lot of people don't realize that there are so many paths to take. And I mean, that's where working with someone who knows what they're doing will come in, because they will help you learn about those opportunities. But I feel like a lot of people coming to the table are kind of have the idea of like, this is the only way to do it kind of thing.
You said the people that are coming to the table have that this is the only way.
Yeah, or like a lot of your first time buyers kind of thing.
Yeah, there was another interesting thing. Sorry to like jump. Also, I just noticed that outlet on the ceiling right there. What the hell is that there for?
What?
There's another one right there. Anyways,
what is that needed there
but
for?
something that I was thinking about, I was reading a book the other night, and the amount of people, like the cycle that some people are in, like people that are our age that have not purchased a home yet, they're in the same cycle, and don't quote me, but it was a Tony Robbins book. I think it's Unbreakable or Unshakable. They're in the same cycle as people that grew up in that World War II era, or like slightly before or slightly after, and saw just like 30 years of like not as much economic growth or prosperity. Think about this, like we just come off of COVID and we saw everything at a high, right?
Yeah.
We saw all this stuff at a high, and people are so like, oh my God, like tense about this stuff. It's the same way that people were, the same sort of cycle that people were back in the day, where they got home from war, the economy wasn't doing great, and then like all these other things had come into play, and so they just aren't investing their money. They aren't doing anything to make themselves more prosperous. I don't know. I thought it was a very interesting take. I can't go more. I can't elaborate on it more, but like maybe next podcast I can, because I'm reading more of this book. But I'm thinking about all of my friends that have not purchased a home, and yeah, they're waiting for this big unheard of thing to happen. And this book is also saying that like these investors who are investing pretty much at all times are going to come out on top, rather than waiting for that one small little dip or that one small little crash. But that one small opportunity is going to come over a 20, 30-year period. So all that time you're just sitting on the sideline, you're kind of screwing yourself in the long run.
I like that. You said that was who? Tony Robbins?
Yeah, Tony Robbins' book. He's made a couple really great books. I think Mike has even gone to one of his like coaching events where he's like walked on fire or something. And I could use that right now because my feet are pretty cold.
It's always cold in this office.
But
I have heard Mike talk about Tony Robbins a lot.
If you see some of his sales trainings, they're incredible. But he does a lot of really cool things. But it was really interesting to see that perspective of like, oh yeah, like my friends are doing the same thing. They're not investing. They're holding on to this stuff. They're so worried about all of this uncertainty as to where they're not taking any risk to improve their life, to improve their financial position, to purchase a home, to invest in stocks, put their money wherever it can be to grow. I don't know. It's just very interesting to think about.
I like that. And I like that. I want to read that book now.
I feel like I'm going on a little bit of a tangent because coming back to
Are you promoting the book or something for Tony?
Oh, no, he doesn't need me to promote it, to tell you that. But again, like if you don't have much saved, like let's look at the opportunity to get you into local, whether that be city, county, town, statewide grants, and create like a realistic plan for you, right? Like every time I sit down on a buyer consultation with somebody, we do talk about budget. And guess what? I'm not the budget guy. We have a lender that does that. You talk about price, you talk about a monthly payment with him, but I find it very useful because when we go to negotiate, when we go to write an offer, when we go to understand what your out-of-pocket is and what you're comfortable with, I need to be in the know, or I should say I also want to be in the know so we can set you up for success. But if we aren't having the conversation, I mean, what do you think you're truly going to accomplish? You know, and maybe 2026, like this has been a huge reality check for me, like buying a house and doing it myself. I'm like, oh, everybody can do this. Like, let's go, right?
It's a lot easier than people think.
Yeah, seriously, it's awesome. And one of the things that I liked, I I met up. I think I said this on the podcast a couple weeks ago, but I met up with one of my clients, Stephen Baker, at Holy for Holies. No, we weren't at Holies. We were at Fuck, what's the Mexican place?
Poppies?
No. Maybe it is Holies. It is Holies. Yes, it is Holies. Long day. Again, my English isn't that good right now.
English is hard.
And my brain is just, again, coming back from the holiday season and everything. But we went over to Holies to catch up. And, he invited a friend over. And they were like, oh, my God, this place is cool. Like, how much are you paying for rent? And he was like, rent? I own this place. And I'm like, dude, that is the coolest fucking thing.
That is.
And like, he's roughly our age, but to even think like the average age of a home buyer, I think is over 40. I want to say I read the other day, it was like 43 or something. And, I'm now 29. I think my client now is probably arguably the same age, maybe give or take a year or two. But like to say that we've been able to purchase a home at this time, like everybody can do it. And Stephen Baker,
I did
I think he got $15,000 or $14,000 or something incredible to get into a property.
Well, I love telling people at the trolley tour about our guy that ended up getting, I think it was like $38,000.
Yeah, he got a lot of money. Yeah, that was my first ever trolley tour deal.
No way.
Yeah.
Look at you. You're like,
yeah, I believe that was the first. I had a couple from that one that had gone to. I don't know if arguably my first client, but there was like 3 from that trolley tour that we closed probably within that month. But his was awesome. Like, great dude, Alex Rossi. If you're listening, or if you see this, man, shout out to you, dude. But that was an incredible story. And yeah, telling people about that.
I love telling people about that because they're like, really? Like, I can do it like that? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
What we're here for.
Yeah. But you got to be willing to have the conversation and like learn and
you have to be willing to be vulnerable because you have to talk about it. You got to be open.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of goes back to the part, I think that's better. That's a better way to put it because you have to be open to that opportunity, right? And like open to knowing more about these grants, open to learning and setting yourself up for success and like being open to knowing that, hey, this might not be the right way, but here we got a better idea. Like I had a conversation with somebody today. It's so funny. A lot of the stuff that I've been talking about in my day-to-day with my clients actually has been on that fast forward movement call today. That's why I was like so locked in on it. But yeah, I had a client talk to me about assumable loans recently.
Yeah.
And like, he was so stuck on the idea. And I'm like, look, man, let me share more information about an assumable loan with you about an assumable loan. And we're looking arguably in the price point of, let's just call it 750. And the first property that come across an assumable loan had a balance of 500. And I'm like, look, man, like we can do this. But to do an assumable loan, we have to have basically the difference of the purchase price and what's left on this seller's mortgage balance. So if it's 500 left on this balance and the price is 750, well, we have to come up with $250,000, right? And meanwhile, you could find a property that has a $700,000 balance and selling for $750. How likely is that? Pretty unlikely, right? But my point is, learning that information and being able to talk through it with him and some of the ideas around that, we've come to the decision that, hey, maybe an assumable loan isn't the best route for him, right? Like finding a property that he can just purchase with his standard VA loan is going to put him in a much better position and be more successful when it comes to visiting the real estate market. So it's like open to this conversation. It's like your agent, at least hopefully your agent, isn't there to, tell you what to do or argue with you, but more so be that support system to show you these ideas. And you guys can go kind of like back and forth and just help you ultimately still get to that end goal.
And if your agent's a good one, they'll know about the different kinds of grants that your location will have. So like Baltimore City has tons of like buy back the block grant programs. They have like the first responder ones, I think, for people like nurses, I think maybe teachers. That even might have been one that was like more around the pandemic. But just to give you an idea, those are just some of the grants that Baltimore City, different counties and different areas have available.
Yeah, there's a ton. And again, I think that, I feel like we preach this on the podcast, just chat with somebody, like one of our professionals here, like whether it be me, Mykala, Marissa, Mike, Donnell, we're always here as a resource. And again, like if I can purchase a home, if my client can purchase a home, Steven, and get 15 grand, if we can get someone to get $38,000, why can't that be you? Right. So like, let's make 2026 your year. And we have some pretty high goals set for this year. And, I'm sure a lot of people out there do. And if there's anything that we can do to support, we want to be there. We want to have that opportunity. So again, certainly reach out to us. We're going to have this blog up here. It's live right now. So you go to frankoliverco.com to our blog section. How much money should I have saved to buy a house in Maryland? You can learn a little bit more there. But again, I think you'd be better off giving one of us a ring or even shooting us a message.
Even if you just want to like bounce ideas.
Yeah. Yeah. Mykala, how can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Mykala, Mykala MD. I think that's
on Instagram, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. And then you can find me on Instagram as well at Christian the Deadhead. We do have a couple things coming up. We do have a trolley tour. I want to say it's February 7th. I was chatting about it with a client. So again, if you're looking to learn more about these grant programs and the opportunity, we will have a table set up. There's also classes at this event. It's completely free. It's going to be at Henderson Hopkins. Again, February 7th or 8th, whatever that's Saturday, I think.
It's
the first Saturday,
I think.
Yeah. Let me see.
Just go look at it.
February 7th. Starts at 8 a.m., goes till about, I think, 12 or 1. Come on by, learn a little bit. Come chat with me, Mykala, Mercer, Donnell. It's at the table, even Raven, and our agents there. We can be a big resource for you, but it's the perfect opportunity to kind of wrap up the conversation that we have here.
And maybe try to win some grant money.
That is true. We could share a little bit more information about the lottery. And, if you're thinking about coming out to the event, like, let's talk about how to prep you for it, right? Mm-hmm. Make the most out of the event. So again, don't hesitate to reach out. We dropped where you can find us. Send us a message. Feel free. And we will catch you on the next podcast.
Bye.
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching. For more information on the housing market, Real Estate 101, how you can leverage your position in today's market, and so much more, click on the link below. If you like this video or have a burning real estate question you'd like us to answer, leave us a comment and let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode, and we'll see you again real soon.